Hello, my name is HistoryWes and welcome to Family Quest. Today I'm standing in the base of Barbarian John. He is digging out some space over here. We are underwater, so that is a window out into the ocean. This is the new expansion on his base. More on that in a minute. But let's go look at the rest of it. We are at the bottom of an ocean monument, and you can see the Guardian farm right here. He's modified this several times. Currently, we've got all the drops coming down in here. And are these split into two? Yes, they are. Prismarine crystals, prismarine shards, and the same thing on this side. And I think he is filtering out all the fish and other stuff. And here's his villager trading hall. He's got more villagers in here. Boy, he's got just a lot of chests. Wow, holy smoke. Check this out. There's Elytras. Holy cow. Here's more villager trading. Here's his nether hallway, and you can look up to the ocean up there. Over here he's got his zombie, so he can infect villagers so that he can get the best trades from them. He's added these villagers since last time I was here. Let's see here. This is the spider farm from this spawner right up there. It drops spiders down there and kills them and collects a string. And this is the bottom of the massive pumpkin and watermelon farm. And I've got to take just a moment and show you what that looks like up above the surface, because it looks pretty sharp. Now, Family Quest is essentially a two-player server at the moment. Barbarian John and myself are playing on it regularly. Ostensibly, we have two other players, my daughter and John's fiance. This is different. What the heck is this? This I don't get the design. Maybe if I fly from above. Anyway, these are the towers that the Guardians are collecting in, and this is the watermelon and pumpkin farm. So let's fly up and see what we see here. Let's just go straight up. So that looks kind of like a necklace that's been draped over everything. I still don't think... Oh, and there's something outside. This is a ball and... maybe a ball and chain. That's probably a conduit there. Oh, pig. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't quite get the design, but I will have to check it out with him. Now, over here... Whoa, I don't know what that is. I think that's his AFK spot. Anyway, right here is the new tree farm he built based on El Mango's design. It uses a TNT duping and creates trees that then explode. Now, I broke this yesterday because I used the wrong kind of tree in it. I used an acacia, and you can't use acacia. You can use birch, jungle, spruce, and oak. You put your bone meal in here and it goes back around there, and I have put about a shulker box full of bone meal in. Well, let me get my spruce saplings ready here. And you click on this barrel to start it. and then you just place your saplings here. They grow into trees, they get pushed out, and back there they get blasted with TNT that drops down. And at the same time, saplings are collected and spit back out into your hand. So you basically have unlimited saplings. In fact, you get more saplings than you put down. So it's a perpetual motion tree machine. You don't use saplings up and you don't use TNT up because it's duping. The only thing that you actually have to input that the thing needs that doesn't get replenished is bone meal. And we both have multiple bone meal sources. So I'm going to sit here and grow some trees for a minute because I am in serious need of a lot of logs. And I'll be back with you. Okay, I've been planting trees here for about a half an hour. First first spruce and then birch. So let me stick these things in here so I don't get lost. Unlimited sticks too. I remember the old days in Minecraft. Well, not the old days for me. I started in 1.12. But the point is, it wasn't that long ago that sticks were something you were always trying to get. You were always having to craft them. And then they got sticks from dried bushes, and then you got sticks from trees, and you got sticks from bamboo, and now we got sticks all over the place. So with them falling from trees, literally, we are no longer having a stick problem. So I'm going to take these, just enough to finish filling this shulker box. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think everything basically up here and up are the ones that I did, except I didn't do any oak. So I don't know how these are. They're going into whichever empty slot was available. So we're going to take this spruce, get a shulker box full of spruce here. Doesn't look like I blew up a whole shulker box, but that's okay. There's quite a bit still in the hoppers apparently. So I've been burning through my wood working on my minecart track, and it is using a lot of wood, and I'll show you about it. I'll show you why. Heading back through his base here, there's one section I didn't show you, and that's through these double doors over here. Is this impressive or what? I'm not sure what he's going to do with it. I think he's going to build a storage system in here, but I'm not sure. He needs a storage system because look at this mess. Plus he has resources all over the place that I've been picking up. All around the server. Okay. And he just needs a door going through here. So all right, we're going to go through the nether, head over to my base. So I'll be back in a minute. And I came across these two guys as I was walking through the nether. I knew these little ledges were spawnable. I'm planning to fix them, but I didn't expect blazes to pop up here. Okay, moving here through the hallway from the nether hub to my base, you can see where a lot of spruce wood went. We got spruce wood slabs on the ceiling. We got spruce wood buttons. Each button costs a whole one whole plank to create. So we've got a lot of spruce wood built into this piece of work right here. Quick word, I decided to do an episode today rather than a live stream like I've been doing in previous Saturdays for a couple of reasons. One, I thought what I was doing today was more conducive to an episode. And two, last week I had some trouble with some unruly people posting inappropriate comments on the stream. So I thought I would take a break for a week, maybe two, before I go back to streaming. Get a little more set up to control those kind of issues. That's something that happens when you mix immaturity of some people with the anonymity of platforms like YouTube. So here we are at the base. Put our unused shulker boxes away. So I've got quite a few here and here, but John went and procured hundreds of shulker boxes, and I asked him if he was going to share the wealth, and he came and he dropped off this. It is a shulker. What are you doing there, B? This is a shulker made entirely of shulker shells. So let's see, purple, gray, black, white. I want those shulker shells, but I don't want to destroy his creation there. So what I thought I would do is replace them with wool. Gray and black and white, right? Now he also told me that some of those shells have stuff in them. And I don't know what kind of goodies he's put in there, but looking at all of the tools that he had from the end and armor, maybe some of that. I'm going to start doing this, and I'll be back with you. So there were two emerald shulkers in the middle, emeralds, and a couple of elytra with all, oh my gosh, a whole shulker box full of mending books. Now that's a pretty amazing gift. And here are two more lime shulker boxes. This one has potions of instant health, and this one has an entire shulker box full of silk touch books. So there are 4 gray shulker boxes, 4 or 3, but they are full of stone, as one might expect. And here is the fourth shulker of stone, which is good because we're going to be using stone on the next leg of our project. Okay, there we go. We have our wool shulker. I have to say it doesn't look nearly as good as it did when it was made out of shulker boxes. That's mostly because of the color. But I wanted to honor the gift that Barbarian John had given me, and I wanted to be able to use the shulker boxes. So now we've got to make a place to keep them all. So here's how many shulker boxes we've got. We've got our one that we filled full of sand here. These 8 that Barbarian John filled full of goodies for us. We've got these down here, which are full of, oh, some of them are full, some of them are empty, I guess. Various materials while I've been working on the railroad. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit double chests full of shulker shells, or shulker boxes, excuse me. If that wasn't enough, I have one lonely shulker shell here that I need a pair, and I need a mate with to make a shulker box. So I suppose when I get all these emptied, I will just about come close to filling this up. That is a lot of shulker boxes, and I have to thank Barbarian John for that amazing gift. Okay, I've been talking about all the spruce wood I've been using, and I want to give you a little look at where all that's gone. So we're going to take a ride on the minecart track as far as it goes up to this point. So we'll just push it onto the track here, hop in, and you can see not only do we have a spruce wood plank on either side, but we have, these are trap doors all along here, and trap doors are expensive. You need 6 planks to make 2 trap doors. I, for one, don't think that's unreasonable. A lot of people complain about that, but if you think about the function of a trap door and that it looks like a complicated thing. It's not just part of a piece of wood that's been sawed off. So I don't have any problem with that being the case. So we've traveled all the way across the island here. The base is roughly in the middle of a very large spruce wood island. We're coming out on the edge here and crossing the ocean. And not only is the material up here being used, but there are supports under all of this. You'll be able to see them when we come up here to a turn. Not that that uses a lot of wood, but it uses a lot of resources and is a lot of work. Not to mention the fact that I get attacked by drown when I'm trying to build the supports in the ocean. So we're still cruising along, going past another island here. There you can see some of the supports underneath. The entire thing is supported like that. Around the corners I could not get it to look good with the trapdoors, so I reverted to using steel bars. They connect very nicely, so just around the corners here I've used those. And we've got a little stop at this village, which I did not know was even here until I started building the track until I got about there. And so then I moved it over so that I would be able to stop here. Build just a little platform to go down. Looks like everybody's in the well today. So well day. Okay, so continuing on. All these trapdoors. I must have used at least 10 stacks of spruce logs just to build the trapdoors for this. It's a lot. Okay, so now we're crossing over a slightly smaller section of ocean on this side. There's a bay here. It's a little difficult to see. We got a couple of floating trees on a little floating island there. And nothing too interesting right here. And now we're hitting the desert. So we finished crossing this and we reach the edge of this desert. Still, trapdoors and trapdoors and trapdoors and trapdoors. I think the next leg of this, I'm going to switch the design. I'm going to use smooth stone here, spruce or birchwood here, and go back to steel bars, kind of like I did in the first leg of the minecart track. So here we go. We are coming to a turn because we have reached the Hanging Gardens. So we need to slide over this way so that we'll be in the front. And here is the end of the track. And we're ready to build our station right here. So that was a lot of wood. And now that John has built us an unlimited wood farm, that's going to be very handy. Well, I'd like to thank you for stopping by and visiting us here on the Family Quest server, visiting with me. Next week I'll probably be doing another episode, this one based on the greenhouse SMP. More details on that to follow. If you enjoyed this video, please press that like button. Think about subscribing. And as always, keep on Minecrafting.